beautiful souls, it's Kerry and I'm here with my next level. So we have the High Priestess number 2. This is the feminine principle. So this is about our receptivity, and it's about how the active principle interacts with the feminine receptive principle to result in creation. The card after this is, of course, the Empress, which is where the creation shows itself. So this is about the medium into which the active principle is impregnated, if you like. So words are very important here. Words are very important because words have power. So always use your words wisely and always follow an I am with a positive statement. So one of my little mantras, I am Kerry and I am healthy and I am wealthy and I am wise. And just keep saying it until you are, okay? And so next we have the Justice card, 11-2. So this is another 2. So this is about the scales of justice. There's no escaping the karmic debt that we create from the things that we do, except, of course, that we can seek forgiveness. And Jesus Christ is the Lord of forgiveness, so he is the intercessory between us and God, but he is within also. We each embody that Christ consciousness within us. So this is about divine justice, right? So we can go to a court of law and we can have justice according to man's law, man's rules, but there's a higher justice. So if we're wrongly accused and we have to suffer because the worldly courts or the worldly judges judge us unjustly, there is a higher principle, there's a higher power at play when all will actually be reconciled. So if people hurt you or if people do you wrong, we have a choice. We can take it to the courts, or we can go, okay, I'm going to give that one to God. I'm going to let that one go through to the keeper, knowing that there is a higher power, there's a higher justice, and all will be reconciled. And I do get them coming through. I get the spirits of those who perhaps haven't treated others fairly or haven't treated them lovingly, and they have to sit in that after they pass. Okay, not that you want revenge on people, but it's not revenge. It's actually the law. It is the law. It's the sacred law. So what you give is what you get. You might not get it in this lifetime, or your children may benefit from the effort that you put in, but there is a law. Now we have the Rebirth card. So this one's number 20. So again, we see the 2. Now down here we see the little rabbit or the hare. And someone was talking to me recently about Easter and saying, what's the Easter bunny got to do with Easter? But if you go back into the ancient traditions, look at all the goddesses. A lot of them had the hare as their totem. And certainly in the Irish tradition, the hare, the sacred hare, is a symbol of fertility and connection to the earth and the life cycle. So we see this naked figure here exiting the tomb. This is an astronomical tomb. It's called Newgrange and it's in Ireland. It's older than the pyramids. And during the midwinter solstice, the sun shines through a shaft into this chamber. I went in here in 2019. I actually visited the tomb. On the day the sun was conjunct my natal north node, I thought it would be a good day to go and do something very significant. And when I came out of there, I didn't immediately feel different, but when I came back to Australia after that visit to Ireland, I had a lot more of my spiritual gifts awakened, and I'm told it's actually an initiation chamber, or was historically. And so we see the rebirth, and we go through various periods, cycles of rebirth during our life. And here we have the trumpet, okay? So the announcement, I'm back, I've returned. And we might see this also in the cyclic nature of the sun. The sun, the energy of the sun or the light from the sun weakens as we go through the winter period. And then this appearance of the sun through the shaft in this astronomical tomb, which is huge and astounding and filled with mystery and evidence of a pre-Christian culture and society that had an awareness about the planets, the cycles of the moon and the sun and the planets, which is of great significance. So that's those 3 cards. So if you see this one, maybe that the person's coming out of a period of isolation where they've actually had to go away and ask themselves, who am I? What am I here for? And they come out renewed with a new sense of purpose and a new sense of destiny. So this is perhaps, beg pardon, the High Priestess is the beginning point. So this might be a less evolved form of our consciousness. The Justice card, number 11, 2, is about us realising that there are consequences. There are karmic consequences for everything that we do. And this is a relationship card too, because if we think about the scales, we think about the sign of Libra in the astrological planetary configuration. And Libra is about balance, justice, fairness. So all will be reckoned. And the last one there is number 20, which is the Rebirth card. And in this, it's called Rebirth, but in the tarot deck, we would see this as the Judgment card. Okay? All right. Well, take care, lovelies. And if you'd like more, follow. And if you liked it, you think others might benefit from it, please feel free to give it a share or a like. And it's almost May, so I'm going to be doing something special during May. And I am a poet as well as having other kind of things of interest. And the poetry for me is part of my Irish tradition. I was brought to Australia as a child, so I was very separated from my culture, my history, my tradition. We're talking pre-Google days when it was quite difficult for young migrant children to stay connected to their culture. And so this has been a bit of a renaissance for me. And one of the things that I did as I was trying to rebuild myself after the various experiences was to actually go back and rediscover my culture. And poetry was part of that. The goddess Bridget is the inspirer of poets and healers. She's the goddess of the forge. So that's the transformation of metals. So poetry is another transformative medium that I like to use. So I'm hoping to do a poem a day in the month of May. So if you would like to catch some of my poems, I have actually won awards, national awards in Australia and some international ones as well. Follow for more. Take care, lovelies.